Vaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Narayanam Namaskritya Narancheva Narottam, Devim Sarasatam Vyasam, Tajotam Udirayat, Nasta Prayeshu Vajreshu, Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, Bhagavata Namasoke, Bhakti Bhakti Nastiki, Krishna Swadama Bhagavate Dharma Visa. Samesha, Varnaka Danadita, Sarvedanta Sarami, Sri Bhagavatam Eshkate, Krishna Toya Bhagavata, Vivusravachraya, Pratishoke Pratyakshaya Nanartakaya, Premamaya Bhagavata, Krishna Rashiyanga, Tate Kayanyate Govi Krishna. Canto Bhagavatam Ki Jai. So this is Saturday Bhagavatam class, December 14th, 2024. We're on second canto Bhagavatam, first chapter. This is about meditating on Rata Rupa, and these next couple chapters Srila Goswami is describing yoga and meditation, bhakti mystery, yoga mixed with bhakti, and meditating on Paramatma, meditating on Viratarupa, universal form, meditating on Paramatma in the heart, which is like Vishnu. So some interesting ideas here. So we're on verse number 5. Page 605. This is also a very famous verse. Prabhupada quotes a lot. You read the verse.
Tasmad bharata sarvatma bhagavaneshwaro hari shrotavya kirtitavyascha smartavyaschikshatha bhayam.
So the main words here is called Ishvara Bhagavan Hari, Ishwari Hari. He's one who's under everyone's subjugation, everyone's controlled by Hari, Bhagavan Krishna. He's Yahweh of all Atmas, and we should always hear and chant, remember him, that's what it says. So here, Shukadeva Goswami is encouraging everyone to engage in Swarup Siddha Bhakti, which means hearing and chanting, remembering the name, form, and qualities of Krishna, Rama, or Bhagavan. In the middle of the commentaries, Vishwanath says, he directs us to these three words, Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvara. Three types, he indicates these are three types of bhakti. One, the first one, Sarvatma, is desire for liberation, and Bhagavan is Raganuga, and Ishvara is Swaiti Bhakti. So we have a verse in second canto Bhagavatam. You have a verse, Akama Sarva Kama Moksha Dharma Tirena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. So there, Shukamuni Goswami is saying that if you have desire, or you're free from desire, you want liberation, you should worship Krishna. So someone who wants liberation, they should worship the Paramatma, Sarvatma. Someone who wants to love the person, they worship Bhagavan the person, Bhagavan Ram, Bhagavan Krishna. So there's three types of bhakti. Focusing on Sarvatma is what we call liberation. Krishna is called Yoga, Bhakti Mishra Yoga. It's yoga mixed with bhakti. And Bhagavan is Raganuga. And then Vaidhi Bhakti is God is great, God is SPOG, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aishwarasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yasasasya. God is all powerful, all omnipotent, all present, all beautiful, all these opulences and vibhutis distinguish the Ishvara. That's what makes him Ishvara, because he has all power to control and subjugate everyone. So people worship him out of fear, out of duty, out of Shastra conjunction. So then he says, second Bhagavan, who should be worshipped, you see in the commentary. Second Bhagavan is Nanda Nandan. He should be heard about by a person who's greedy to become fixed in love. So if someone who's greedy for love should hear about Nanda Nandan. We use the word devotion. What is devotion? Devotion means love. So that's the best motivating factor to take up bhakti is love. I want to love God anywhere, just to love Him. And then he breaks down this word Bhagavan, because Bhagavan is for Rag Bhakti. So he looks up the dictionary. Amar Kosh means dictionary. Amar means deathless. The deathless dictionary. Amar means, Mara means death. Amar means no death. Kosh means dictionary. The deathless dictionary. Interesting idea, a name for a dictionary. So this, when we say Bhagavan, what is this Bhagam? Bhagam Shri Kama, Mahavyam Virya Yad Narka Kirtishu. Bhaga means wealth, desire, glory, power, effort, the sun, planet, and fame. And then talk to Ishvara and all this stuff. So turn over to page 606, last sentence. The two words cha after chanting, remember, indicate that after hearing, the two processes of chanting and remembering should be done at the same time. What does that mean?
First we need to hear, then...
Well, I'll repeat the question. He says the process of chanting and remembering should be done at the same time.
Chanting japa one email
Yeah, that's sit next to her if you want to cheat on your exam. But you're far away to your favor. Sit next to her, you get all the answers. You're too far away from the truth. So that's it. We chant japa and meditate on the Lila. So some people ask a question. Well, there's a lot of audio recordings of reading of Govinda Lila Amrita and Bhavana Amrita, many audio recordings of Lila, Asakaya Lila, Radha and Krishna. So can we put on a tape and chant japa? And we're chanting japa, so that's chanting, we're hearing the Lila, that's hearing. So is this the proper way to meditate? What's the answer?
No.
No. Why? Because it doesn't cultivate memory. Memory is passive here. You're just hearing, you're just processing sound. You're not developing you're not purifying your subconscious mind because you're not using it. The conscious mind is used in knowledge acquiring senses. To hear, to see, to speak, to eat is the conscious mind. But the unconscious mind is where all our samskaras are formed or stored. You know, the material samskaras are stored there, and the spiritual samskaras are formed there and stored there. So by applying our subconscious mind by deep ways called Madana, there's Shravanam, Kirtanam, Swaranam, and Manana. Manana means deeply hearing and concentrating on the sound. So that means you can't be doing anything else at the time of trying to develop memory. So to develop the subconscious mind and fill the subconscious mind with Lila pictures and Lila, that's a separate practice of simply Smaran. So what I suggest devotees to do, which I also do myself, is I read Asakaya Lila for a half hour, then I close the book and I chant for a half hour. I try to remember what I read that half hour. When I'm reading, I'm really concentrating with my eyes, my heart, my ear, all my senses. I'm trying smell what I'm reading. I'm trying to hear what I'm reading. I try to feel what I'm reading. I try to enter into what I'm reading and serve what I'm reading. And I sit there. Then I close it. Then I chant Japa and hear the Holy Name and try to remember. That's the way to do hearing and chanting, remembering. And then that way the subconscious mind will develop strong samskars of Smaran Bhakti. It's called Smarananga Bhakti, Smarananga Sadhana, the sadhana that concentrates on Smaran. But you're just chanting and hearing Leela's going around, just goes in here, out there. But you're not applying manana, you're not deeply concentrating. You're chanting, so this is a better way to go. And by, because Krishna is watching our effort and reciprocating with our intensity or our sincerity, as he says in Gita 4th chapter, verse 11, you surrender unto me, I reward you accordingly. So he gives us memory power. So eventually reading, and then it starts to become very familiar with you. Even when you're not reading, you can remember. And that's the ideal form of bhakti. Do whatever you're doing in the world, but remembering Krishna. Age 7, Gita. Tasmat sarveshu yudhya. You fight, you work, you drive your car, you deliver Amazon packages, whatever you do, computer program, but you remember Krishna. So you're always reading Leelas and programming your unconscious mind, developing those smarana sanskars, then they will come in handy when you're just moving here and there. I remember many times going to Delhi in a car or on a bus for a different seva, printing books. And I don't like to chant in the car. I like to sleep. But not sleep, but meditate. Slash. Slightly. So many times I remember riding to Delhi and saying, I'm gonna meditate on Pratak Leela. So I just say, okay, this happens. And before I even finish Pratak Leela, I'm like half asleep, half awake, which is true. They Maharaj were there. I said, where? For Delhi, the temple. When I see the guest house, the Eastern Kailash, that's pretty good. I just got in the car and thought, I don't know how much I was sleeping, I don't know how much I was awake, but 3.5 hours went by. As far as I know, consciously, I was in Pratak Leela. Somebody else may doubt that. You say that, but you were snoring and dribbling and, you say that, but I don't have my doubts. But anyway, it's memory, like Prabhupada, Krishna says in Gita, the mind can be the best friend or worst enemy. So mind is thinking of Krishna and hearing Krishna's name and remembering his lives is the best of friends. And it's at times like that when you really feel your mind is your friend. When you pass 4 hours in a car and have no idea the distance, time and space, it's like you become Einstein for that time. E equals mc squared. You transcend all reality, enter into a quantum space somewhere. Whatever. Quantum reality, absorbed and you go to Vrindavan for 4 hours, which externally feels like you slept for 4 hours. When you wake up, you feel fresh and excited and happy. Try it. So, okay, let's work on it. Okay, can you give us a little rock? So in the 6th verse here, chapter 1. Shukadev is giving some hard-hitting answers here to questions were asked by Sutta Goswami in the first canto. What should one do at the time of death? So there it is. Ante Narayana Smriti. Ante means end, like Ante Lila, the end pastimes. Etavan Sankhya Swadharma Parinishthaya Janma Labha Para Pumsam Ante Narayana Smriti. So at the end we should remember Narayan. So you're fixed in Gyan or Yoga or Karma, you should remember Narayan. This is the best thing. Because they asked the question in the first canto, the sage asked Sutta Goswami, Shamagarishi on behalf of all the sages, and Naimisharanya asked Sutta Goswami, what should one do? What's the best activity to do while alive, day to day, like 10 years old, 15, 20, 30. And then the second question, what should one do when it's time's up, when you're going to die? So basically the answer is the same. When you're alive, you hear and chant and remember Narayan. At the time of death, you'll be able to remember Narayan. So remembrance is all you have in your hand when you die. You have a little memory power. You have no speaking power, no finger power, no power at all. You're lucky you have any memory power. It's a gift of God. Let's see, I have a note here. Let's see your translation, BBT. So let's see what they say. This is text number 6. The highest perfection of human life is achieved by knowledge of matter and spirit, by practicing mystic yoga, or by perfect execution of Varnashram Dharma, is to remember the personality of God at the end of life. Ante Narayana Smriti. This is pretty common understanding in subcontinent of India. Everyone has the idea of Ante Narayana Smriti. I'm not going to remember, I'm going to have a good time my whole life, but at the end, I hope I remember God. Most people have that idea. Even they preach to their children, don't waste time enjoying a spiritual mission. Don't waste time, enjoy life. Eat, drink, and be merry. That's when you're old, you know. When you have no power to see or hear or read or lift your fingers, you have arthritis and Parkinson's disease, you're just shaking all the time. Then you pick up the beads and shake your beads. They'll shake automatically, you don't have to shake them. You just try to hold your beads, your arms go like this. So some people don't fall for that brainwashing. They break out of that mold and try to run to God. Lucky guy. So at the end of the purport, he says what different people have different ideas what that means, and he concludes the commentary on page 607. Other people say, which we agree, the end of life is meant for remembering Narayan. That's the supreme attainment. So on page 608, in the bottom of the commentary on verse number 8, Vishnu says, because they're asking him, the sage asked, how you got so smart, Shukadev? How you're so smart, how you know everything? He said, it's Bhagavatam, I heard it's Bhagavatam. I learned it from my father, and it's the personification of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Vishnu makes a point here that to understand Shastra, you can't do it with your own intelligence. You need to have a teacher. On his own, by his Sukriti and Punya and Karma and activities and meditation in previous life, Shukadeva Goswami had become a Brahmavadi, had become enlightened, become fixed in Brahman. So he was liberated in the womb of his mother, but he couldn't understand Bhagavatam. Although he had so much vast intelligence, he could perceive the underlying matrix of all realities, Brahman, spiritual, undifferentiated spiritual consciousness. That's a high understanding and perfect implementation of buddhi or intelligence to come to the conclusion everything's spiritual. The underlying fabric of everything is cosmic. They call it cosmic consciousness or Brahman. But he said to learn about Bhagavatam, I wasn't that smart enough to learn that. I couldn't learn about Bhagavatam on my own. My father tried to teach me, I just ran away. But he sent some students to me, and they followed me into the forest, and they chanted 2 verses from the Bhagavatam, which captured my intelligence. What are 2 verses? Yeah, she's emphasizing beauty, you're emphasizing compassion. 1 verse was from Bhagavad Gita. The Gopis are glorifying Krishna's bodily beauty. He has a peacock feather, wears the yellow dhoti, he's like a dancing actor. He's very beautiful. Vajayanti Mala and threefold bending form. That's 1 verse from chapter 19 of 10th Canto, Bhagavad Gita. The other verse is from 3rd Canto, about the extraordinary compassion of Krishna, that Putana came to kill him with enough poison on her breast to kill the whole world. Kalakuta poison or something like that. Poison was generated from sharing the milk ocean. Somehow she had some stash of that. She bought it at the black market or something, Indian Guayana, So she bought, because that was like millions of years before Krishna's birth, that went on. So somehow she had some connection with Shiva, and he got some, he had, he could deal her in poison or something. So Putin bought some poison. I don't know how she got it. It's very interesting. She lived 3 million years after churning of the milk ocean and poison was made, and she had that poison on her breast. I wonder how many people ever asked that question. I did. Hey, where do you get that poison from, man? This end of Dwapara Yuga, it's Kali Yuga. Anyway, so Krishna accepted it. She offered her breast milk. So Krishna said, okay, you're coming like a mother, I'll make you my mother. I'll give you prema, I'll kill you, I'll do 3 things at once. There's a famous oil called 3-in-1 oil in America. It lubricates, it cleans, and it liberates. I know. There's some 3 things. It's called 3-in-1 oil, you know. It's famous in America. So Krishna is 3-in-1. First I'll kill your divine mentality and divine Rakshashi body. Okay, that's good. Well, simultaneously I give you praying, and third thing I give you Siddhaya as a gopi in Vrindavan. Be a nurse assistant, Datri of Yashoda. So she said, okay, thumbs up. She said, I'll take the offer. Knock me off. We had a grand old time, you know, he was just playing the whole time. Everyone was so aghast and so frightened. Huge creature. 12 kilometers long. When she, Ananda Vrindavan Chambu says when she fell down outside of Gokul, so she wouldn't crash any houses down. She fell on maybe down the road in a mango grove. It was a Raj Am Bagicha, Kansaraj Am Bagicha. It was a private mango orchard of Kansa. It was August, mango season. And Rakshasi crushed all the mangoes, became mango juice. That's a very funny point in his book. Yeah. So Krishna did 4 things. He canceled Kansa's mango milkshake program. No more. It's great breakfast. Right? I have it every summer. Mango milkshake, some protein powders, right? Vegan. So, okay, let's go on. So the next verse, verse number 10. This verse describes the power of Leela. He said, I was fixed in Brahman beyond the gunas. He was gunatita. What's that verse from Gita? Yeah, there's another one. Brahmaputra Prasana. That's the first one there. Okay. Anyways, what do you guys talking about? Don't worry about it. I was fixed in Brahman, but my mind became attracted to the pastimes of Krishna. So this is the thing. Leela Karshan. Karshan means attraction, and we say Krishna. Krishna means Krishna. The Krish part means attraction, all attraction. So Krishna, he became attracted to Leela, hearing about Krishna's liberation Leela and beautiful Leela with the gopis showing in the Menu Gita. So, I learned about Krishna's pastimes. I will tell them to you. You are a great personality, King Parikshit. You are faithful. You will quickly fix your mind on Krishna. Hita Cheta says in the commentary. Sukadeva Goswami says, I am proof that Krishna Leela is sweeter than Brahman. Well, we can't argue that. So Parikshit replies, I should also attain this rare thing that you got, Sukadeva. I desire that you should make me taste it from head to foot. Head to toe should be, that's the phrase, head to toe, not head to foot. Seeing the eagerness of Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami speaks, you are a person that should attain Krishna. That's really nice. So we should be eager to hear Krishna Leela. Now look at text 11. Text 11 is a famous verse, one of the most famous verses of this chapter. Because it glorifies chanting. It's in Prabhupada's Shloka book too. Read it out. Translation.
O King, continuous chanting of the name of
Krishna
has been prescribed for devotees, for those with desires for liberation and material elevation, and for those satisfied with the self.
That's the same verse, the commentary. So, commentary. Among the Angas of Bhakti, which one is the chief, the Mukhya? There's the main limbs of Bhakti are hearing, chanting, remembering. They're all chief, he said. But of the chiefs, they're all chiefs. But the big chief is chanting Krishna now. Because in chanting, there's Krishna's name, qualities, and pastime. In other words, hearing about Krishna is also achieved, and remembering Krishna also achieved, and chanting. But your chanting includes hearing and remembering also. So everything, because when you're chanting Krishna's name, and Krishna's name are packed with leelas and quality. Leelas are full of qualities. So when you're chanting a name, Nanda Nanda, and then you think he's the son of Yashoda, and you think Yashoda, all kinds of leelas of Yashoda. When you chant Radhanath, then you think he's the Lord of Radharani, and he becomes the Lord of Radharani by becoming her servant and dressing her, brushing her hair. So in other words, the best thing to chant is Leela Kirtan. Bengalis have thousands of bhajan Leela Kirtan. There's someone that comes from Bengal every year and lives in the Radha Shamasundar Mandir over near Gopal Mandir. And at 3 o'clock in the morning he starts Nishant Leela Kirtan, Bengali. I used to be on the roof in Gopal Mandir for 10 years, 10 Kartiks. And his speaker was aimed right at my room. There was no way I could sleep past 3 o'clock. It's good to get up at 3 o'clock, but I wasn't ready. But I would sit there, I wasn't really get up, I would sit there. The Bengali is like Sanskrit, so I could understand everything they're saying. It was really nice. Birds come and sing, and it was really nice. So he comes every year, and I think even still, but I can't hear from over here. It was a very nice purport. It's a very nice verse to emphasize chanting. Any books that talk about the glorious holy name, they always include this verse. Because the Bhagavatam, basically, what does the last verse of the 12th Canto of Bhagavatam say?
Kirtan. Sankirtan.
Tricky question.
Krishna Varnam to Krishna.
No, that's 11th Canto.
11.
Last verse of the 12th Canto. Last verse of the Bhagavatam. Ding dong. Wow, guys are fired up. What movement are you in? Is your national Krishna constant movement? Hare Krishna movement? Hare Nam Sankirtan? The last verse says, by chanting, congregational chanting of the holy name, you can attain all spiritual perfection. So the idea is, from the first canto of Bhagavatam, the beginning of Bhagavatam, the middle of Bhagavatam, the 6th canto, to the end of Bhagavatam, Srila is always hammering the point, Nam Sankirtanam Yasya Sarvapapa Pranashanam Pranamo Duga Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. Nam Sankirtan Ki Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. To all my friends out there. Our respectful obeisances to Lord Hari. The congregational chanting of Hari Nam destroys all sinful reactions, and by offering obeisance to Hari, all material suffering gets destroyed. So here we're always constantly having memory bombs dropped on our heads throughout the Bhagavatam. Chant, chant, chant. What does the guy say? Chant, chant, chant. You know where that comes from? It comes from New York City newspaper, New York Times. There's some Sunday, they have what, comics? You call it comic? Cartoons? Comics. Called comics, right? All about peanuts and all that kind of stuff. Tarzan and, different things. So they had just a comment, a guy sitting in a chair reading the newspaper. He got a big nose and like some Jew from New York, you know. It's the New York City newspaper. So his wife said, "Hey, Joe," or she said, "Hey, Molly, this says here, chant, chant, chant." And her cartoon said, "Cat, cat, cat." And that was posted on a bulletin board. It was 1972 or something. I was in the temple. I saw they cut out the cartoon bulletin. There was a big joke all the way. We were joking. It's a very old thing, this guy, from 1972 or something like that. It was in the New York Times, though, saying chant, chant, because that was Hare Krishna in New York City, Prabhupada chanting. Chant, chant, chant. Chant, chant, chant. Maybe you guys even know it yelled out. It's like 55 years later. So Sukadeva Goswami is telling us, chant, chant, chant. Okay, let's keep going here. Page 612. So it's talking with the subject matter now is about yoga and answering the question. Remember, Sukadeva Goswami is smart, so all these verses are answering one question: what to do at the time of death. So Parikshit was a king, so you said if you're intelligently preaching to a king, you should say, well, there wasn't a king like you. What did he do at the time of death? I'll tell you what he did. What was his name? Khatvanga. Khatvanga. He was I think he was a higher planetary Swargaloka king. And he fought on, or maybe earthly king, I don't know. But he fought on behalf of, he was a Vaishnava, Vishnu Bhakta. And he fought on behalf of the Devatas to fight the demons. And he won so many battles for them. And the Devatas were very pleased with his seva. They asked for, you want a benediction, you want a blessing, you want a gift? He said, yeah, man. I hit enough home runs, I want to retire from baseball, So he said, listen, can you tell me when I'm going to die? You're going to die in 5 minutes, man. He said, okay, I'm gone. He came down here and started doing puja and remembering Krishna. So he didn't have any, so he cites that in verse 13. Back, he said, he was a sage among kings. What's that phrase? Rajarishi, Rajarshi, it says in the first line. Khatvango Nama Rajarshi. He had knowledge, his ayu, Gat-Gat-Yatam. He got knowledge, Gyan, ayu means Ayurveda, means his life, first line, last word. Ayusha, his life is, you're getting over, man. You got one Muhurta left. Second line, Muhurta. Sarvam Utrija. Utrija means renounce, give up. Sarvam. Everything's over. So he gave up everything and took shelter, became fearless by taking shelter, went to Hari, took shelter of Hari. Nice, huh? Well, they say you got 48 minutes to live. Muhurta's 48 minutes. How long is a danda?
24 minutes.
A danda's half a Muhurta, 24 minutes. So you have 48 minutes to book the next flight out of Swarga. Fly down here and get fired up. Went to Hardware or something. I don't know where he went, but how much more time do I have to live? At one moment, he was silent. He came to earth and surrendered to Krishna. Lucky guy. King Katvanga Ki Jai. So text 15, page 613. What should one do at the time of death? Well, you should not be afraid. That's a little hard to do. You should cut off all attachments to your own body and the body of your wife, mother, father, kids, everybody, and fix your mind on God. Ante Narayana Smriti. Leave the house, take a bath in a holy place, sit on a seat. Many devotees do that. They get a chance to get some news they're going to die. They leave the house where they live. They come take shelter in Vrindavan, prepare for dying. That's a great fortune for dying in Vrindavan. So then he gets into, he talked about death, now he talks about life. Rest of chapter 1, he says, what you should do with life, you should be a meditator. So the whole rest of chapter 1 talks all about dharana, samadhi, and what to meditate on, how to meditate. It's very interesting stuff. Look at page 615. So now he talks about how to control the mind, which is in text 18. Control the mind by withdrawing the senses from the sense objects. It's called pratyahara. And then dharana means holding. Or we say murli dar, one who holds the murli. Haladar, one who holds the flute. Giri dar, one who holds the mountain. Mountain, giri means mountain. Giri dari, one who holds the mountain. Prem dara. Dara means one who holds prem. And dar also means river. Yeah. Surely?
Long Dhara is,
Because Dharna has long hair also.
it's like stream of water.
Yeah, stream of water is praying Dara. It's a river of love. What is Radhakund called? A lake of love. Kunda means lake of love. So he said, oh, we should meditate. You should meditate on God, Krishna's form. Then a commentary on verse 19, dharana makes the mind steady by concentrating on Krishna in general. Meditation or dhyan, there's dharana and dhyan, is more steady meditation produced by contemplating the form of the Lord. That's why we have a whole section in our Shining Book of meditating on the symbols on the bottom of Krishna wrote on his feet, and meditating. There's guided meditations there from Rupa Chintamani by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. We have it printed there in the book, how to systematically meditate. Generally, when Puranas like Bhagavad Puran talk about meditating on Vishnu or Krishna or Bhagavan, they talk about start meditating on the feet. But his curious point, the Vishnu in his Rupa Chintamani, he says, now I want you to collect all your thoughts and concentrate your whole attention on the unlimitedly sweet and attractive smiling face of Krishna. So the whole meditation starts with a smile. Because if you're in love with somebody, do you remember their feet or remember their smile? I don't know, you probably, I hope you remember her smile. My husband's feet are so beautiful. He has such beautiful toenails and feet. I don't know if that's would be an ordinary way to go. Beautiful smile, beautiful teeth, is that. So that's the Vishnu, start there. If you get transfixed there, you'll forget everything else. Because the other thing is you're meditating on the feet, before you ever get to smile, you get distracted by somebody else's smile. You're meditating on the feet, it's kind of boring, you know. Knees and legs, some girl says, hey buddy, hi girl. Oh, forget it. Forget this meditation. I got something else to meditate on. So there's dharana and dhyanam. Engaging the mind without contacting sense objects, one should not think of anything else. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur he suggests covering our eyes with blindfold. He said, wrap black cloth around your eyes, Narayana Chintamani, when you chant japa, so your eyes won't wander. Japa walk is good exercise. That's about it. It's eye exercise and leg exercise. As far as japa, it's another category. Exercise, good to walk, it's good to exercise. And, okay, read a beach long. Hey, Reed, you want to go for a walk? Okay, I'll go. You would sit around all day, man. Reed, just hanging in the beach bag all day. Oh, let's go for a walk. Okay, you're not going to chat, are you? No, I'm just going to carry you. I'm only going to go, you're not going to talk. You're not going to chat. Okay, it's the deal. Let's put my hand there. Hari Bhakti says chanting you should not do anything else. And that's what it said. Gupta Javamala Shri Gupta should be secret. Shouldn't take it outside. Should keep it in the house, chant japa, in front of your Thakurji or Tulsi. And outside is singing to dance and whatever, Saisi, whatever you want to. Remember slokas. Just taking cell phone one hand, japa each the other, and go walking. I see it everywhere, from Babaji's to Bhaktas. It's not the way. Why waste your beads? Let them stay home and rest. Like when I tried and go to your mouth, somebody was complaining they have difficulty saying Java. He said, nice thing. He said, your bees should not sleep. You should at least chant 4 rounds a day. Wake them up for a half hour, chant 4 rounds and put them back to sleep. You said your bees should not sleep. That was really funny. So he asked, so Parikshit asked how to do dharana. So he talks all about it's all this yoga is yoga mishra bhakti, or whatever you call it. Bhakti. It's yoga mixed with bhakti. That's what he's describing here. Then he gets into describing meditating on universal form. And all this kind of stuff. Here David says, he describes universal form. This interesting about physiognomy on page 623. Because that's very popular now among women, maybe men also, I don't know. But but make their lips fatter. Women want to make their lips, all movie stars have big fat lips, you know. That's a really cool thing to do. But when in there's books in Vedic books that describe the physical body of men and women, what they represent. So one has a very puffy lower lip, means they're very greedy. It's said right here also. Shyness is the upper lip, greed is the lower lip. It's Rataru, verse 32. So one has a big upper lip, it means they're not shy. So movie stars, their lips are just like balloons or something.
What's that?
No, not shy.
Huh?
They are not shy.
What?
They are not shy.
That's a fact. You ever seen a Mona Lisa with lips like that? Mona Lisa is a famous painting by Michelangelo.
Picasso.
Yeah,
No,
Picasso is
No,
a new guy in the block.
oh, I don't know.
Van Gogh, no. I think it's Michelangelo.
Da Vinci.
Leonardo
Leonardo da Vinci.
No, Raffaello.
Yeah, that's it. Leonardo da Vinci. He's Russian, right? Yeah. She's claiming this guy. He's a great architect, designer, painter. He was a brilliant guy. Leonardo da Vinci. So she doesn't have those kind of movie star lips now. She's considered to be beautiful. So if you got a fat lower lip, you're greedy. Right. They just sort of like So look at verse 33. So we go out, look at each other. You're greedy. You're shy. Combination, coronation, residual. Everyone's controlled by lust, anger, and greed. Come on, let's be honest. Gachiraya karma. So this is nice. Samsara. I like this verse about the universal form. It says that samsara is the play of is the play of the universal form. See it? Samsara, living beings, is play. Karma means action, means living play. So this all the suffering we're going through, birth and cycle of birth and death, samsara chakra, is just play for Mahavishnu. Because sometimes people ask, when you die, where's your chitta go? When you get liberated, where's your chitta go? So I heard Satyanarayana say it gets merged in the Mahatattva. Look at the verse 35. Mahatattva is the chitta of universal form throughout the Rupa. The chitta is part of the subconscious mind. So when we say the body is what it is, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Then there's Buddha, there's Man, Buddhi, and Hankar. But the Man is divided into two parts, conscious mind, unconscious mind. Unconscious mind is called Chitta, Chitta. So that's, the Mahatattva is the Chitta of Ratarupa, the universal form. Very interesting. In other words, everything is stored there. That's why we say Vishnu knows our past, present, and future, because it's all within him. His chitta is vast, so he knows everyone's, the whole journey of life. So look at page 627. This is talking about concentration on the body of the Lord. He says, wherever the mind wanders because of its fickle nature, chanchal man, we should use our intelligence and think, this is so and so, limb of Bhagavan. In other words, everything in creation is connected to Vishnu. Limb doesn't, in this condition, in this sentence of Vishnu, limb doesn't mean arm, leg, fingers, neck, etc. It means connection, it means a part. Everything is, because that's what the previous verses are describing. Brahmanas are his face, Kshatriyas are his arms, Vaishyas are his thighs, Shudras are his feet. So, Devatas are his representatives. So all these aspects of the material reality are connected to Vishnu. So when the mind is wandering away from Krishna, then you think, well, where my mind is going, that's also part of Vishnu. Like if a Bhasti man is trying to meditate on Krishna, his mind starts wandering to his wife or to a woman or something, you should think, this woman is the creation of Krishna. So then because then he connects the object of Maya or distraction to Krishna, brings his mind back to Krishna. That's called pratyahara. Pratyahara means withdrawing the mind, holding the mind, and concentrating the mind. Concentrating the mind. One is pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. So the mind wanders, you pull it back, that's pratyahara. You hold it, that's dharana. Then you hold it on the form of Krishna, something connected with Krishna, name, form, rupa, guna, lila, and then it gets deeper concentration, becomes dhyana, and to anusmriti and samadhi. So he's talking about that here. That's what he said. This is I'm meditating on Krishna, in my mind, I'm seeing Krishna's form in my mind, and all of a sudden my mind jumps off and sees my wife or something. All right, wife, what are you doing? Well, you're part and parcel of Krishna also. So that's what he said. When all objects which the mind thinks are limbs of Krishna, this leads to all thoughts becoming thoughts of Krishna. So you start with Krishna, then you jump to your wife, and you say, well, it's part of Krishna. Then she takes you out of Krishna, then comes back to your meditation. That's what he's saying. They do not appear in the mind because one meditates on these sentiments which are present in human beings, humans as parts of Krishna. Very interesting. This next verse is very interesting about samskaras. The first chapter ends. The yogi who has impressions of his senses in his mind from many births. What is the Sanskrit term for that? Samskaras. Samskaras are what part of the mind? When it says mind, what part of the mind? Chitta, unconscious mind. Everyone's awake? So he said, the yogi has impressions in his mind from many past births. What's that called? Aparabdha karma. Kutam, bijam, kriyamana was a sanchit karma. Which are all temporary, like a single dream, and it's like a single dream experience of all sorts of men and enjoyment. Worship the O Lord, the ocean of bliss, eternal in time and space, nothing else. And those things, those samskaras will cause degradation. So yogi has samskaras in his mind. So he's trying to meditate on the Lord and avoid getting trapped by his samskaras. So what's the situation with the bhakti yogi? Does he get trapped by his samskaras? Yes or no? The answer is yes. He gets trapped by his samskaras until he comes to the platform of Baba. Because what he's doing while he's doing bhakti, he's destroying all his samskaras. Karmani nirhati chikintu bhakti bhajan. Bhakti Brahma Samhita says bhakti destroys his samskaras. So he's destroying samskaras by doing bhakti bhajan and creating bhakti samskaras. So when he goes to meditate, he won't have distraction. It's called vikshepa in yoga. So yogis are always haunted by vikshepa until they attain mukti from the body. As long as they have body, they're going to have these. That's why it's talking. Sri Goswami is talking about yogis. They're haunted by their samskaras. The devotee is haunted by samskaras in the beginning. Narta-nivriti means removal of samskaras. There are anarthas. Nivriti means destruction. And then you go nishta and then ruchi. You get the higher taste from just nivartate. And then you can't get swayed, you can't get distracted by some residual hair-like samskaras residing in your subconscious mind. They don't ensnare you. The it's dangerous. You go all the way to the end, you get snapped. Vishwamitra Muni, he was a king, and he wanted to get brahmatejas. So he started doing austerity. He lived in the Satya Yuga. He did 60,000 years of meditation. He heard some ankle bells of Menaka, a heavenly damsel from Swargaloka, and he fell down and produced a child with her, Shakuntala. So 60,000 years of meditation didn't remove the samskara from his mind of his wife's ankle bells. He was a king, he had hundreds of wives that all were ankle bells. So when he heard that jingle, he thought that when being in bed with his queen, and her ankle bells were ringing during intimacy, and he got agitated. That can't happen to a bhakta. So it's very important to contrast, because we learn about something, we can define something, appreciate something by comparing and contrasting. Well, my wife, compare this girl, she's pretty. Compare that girl, she's not so pretty. Compare and contrast. You know, it's a way of measuring the value of something. Compare and contrast. So we compare Bhakti Yoga to Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti. So they're doing some Bhakti, they're meditating on Vishnu or Rataru, but they're not doing pure Bhakti, so they're not getting the pure result that we're getting because we have nothing else to do with Bhakti. So that's what Shukadeva Goswami is rejecting everything with pure Bhakti. That's the whole idea of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, purpose of Bhagavatam is not to teach about the cosmology or the universe, or the sun is closer than the earth than the moon is closer. All these things, these details are irrelevant, because what is the intention of the author? Why did Shukadeva speak, and why did Vyasa write the Bhagavatam? To teach love of God, that's it. So Bhagavatam, we don't have to worry about fifth canto, it's not scientific, doesn't match modern science. Who cares? That's not the idea. The idea is to learn what is pure love and what is not. So discuss with different yogis and kings and devotees and kids, Prahlad and Dhruva, all kinds of people. They're approaching God and trying to attain God in different forms of yoga. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Bhakti, mixture of Bhakti, mixed Bhakti, Pritu's Bhakti, Dhruva's Bhakti, Prahlad's Bhakti. And finally you get to pure Bhakti, Gopi Bhakti. Goika Bhakti in 10th canto. So every canto is trying to show us, this is pure love, this isn't pure love. This is pure Bhakti, this isn't pure Bhakti. This is the only thing Bhagavatam is teaching, through stories. Don't get, so the idea, when you finish 12 cantos of Bhagavatam, you should be a lover of God, you should be a lover of Krishna. That's the idea. If it doesn't work, start again. I read twice on my third time. So as many as you should pray to live a long life, because the more times you can read the Bhagavatam, more chances you have to get prema. The Bhagavatam gives you prema, just by reading and hearing it. Okay, chapter 2, meditating on the Paramatma. Second chapter describes dharana. Dharana, external dharana, and dharana Bhagavan. So we're looking forward to meditating and holding Bhagavan in our heart and intelligence. And of course you all read this and studied this minutely over last week. Oh, head side down. You all have very thin upper lips. You're exhibiting lots of shyness right around now. Did you do your homework? Oh. Are there not torn clothes on the road? Are not trees giving alms? Are the rivers dry? Are the caves closed? In other words, I don't need anything. I just live in nature. Be a yogi. Good deal. I don't know about nowadays, but... And page 637. Krishna says in commentary, there are 4 types of yogis who practice dharana. Everyone knows what dharana means?
Fixing on something.
Fixing the mind on something. Holding the mind in one place for a short period. And longer, more concentrated is dhyan. Dhyan is concentrated, longer concentrated, period of concentration of dharana. So first, you meditate on pranayama, incoming, outgoing breath. In 4, hold 12, 8, out 8 or whatever. You know, I don't know be long with this. Second type, meditate on Ratsaru, which we just described. And meditate on Paramatma. So, okay, good deal. Now, 4th type is for those who chant Hare Krishna. The 4th type is those whose hearts are pure. Cheto Dharma Marjanam. By chanting the Maha Mantra for 1 year, your heart becomes very pure. What to speak of 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. 4th type is pure in heart. One is pure in heart already. So they meditate on Krishna in the heart. No, excuse me. They meditate on a 15-year-old boy. This 15-year-old kid is moved in your heart and kicked out the farm out. That's what the commentary said. You're ugly, man. You got these 4 arms and all the chakra clubs. And get out of the way, man. I'm taking over. Do 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 do. Get lost, man. Get on your ego and fly out of here. So, Krishna moves to the heart of Bhakta and throws out Paramal and Garuda. Brings in a few cows and peacocks. It's nice. And that's why the way sometimes go, moo, oh, oh. So he describes that there's a golden line on the left-hand side of Krishna's chest, which is Lakshmi. Represents Lakshmi. That's next word. Now page 641. It should meditate starting with the feet and up to the smiling face. But Vishnu says we should start with the smiling face. So what determines the effect and the success of your meditation? According to verse 13. That's what's in the commentary. What determines the success of your meditation? Shuddhantakaran. Shuddhantakaran. Antakaran means internal mental faculties, mind, intelligence, ego. Is the more pure, then you can have more successful meditation. So how do you purify your internal mental body? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's the way. There's no other way.
Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Kevalam. Kalau nasida nastiva nastiva.
Gati anyata, anyata, no other way. Harinam, Harinam, Harinam. Next page, 642. As long as one cannot meditate on Krishna's form because of impure consciousness, one should meditate on the universal form. So, what do you say about that? What do you say and why? Should we do this? Because our minds are contaminated, should we try to meditate on universal form? What's the writing about it? Speak English. Or German, some understands that. Speak, explain.
If Krishna is in our heart and as Gita of the Paramatma, so we can try to meditate on Krishna, not on others.
So the question is asked that Vishnu and the Sukadeva is telling us, directing us to meditate on the Vratarupa, the universal form, if we can't meditate on the Krishna in the heart or Vishnu in the heart. So some ways are disagreeing with Vishnu. The idea is this: we don't want to. Because rag is, when we talk about rag bhakti, word rag means passion. It means passionate attachment to serve and love Krishna in particular form, in particular place, in particular mode of love. That's called rag. So we want to worship Krishna in Vrindavan with Radharani, in Madhurya, in Kunjalila, in amorous loving affairs. That's what we want to worship. Radha and Krishna, embracing, kissing, dancing, swinging, swimming, eating. That's our object of worship. So we're attached. We're passionately attached to worshiping Radha and Krishna. If you tell us to worship Paramatma or universal form, we will say, no, thank you. And bring Bhakti Chandrika, Narottam Das Thakur says, your sadhana becomes your city. Your green mango becomes a ripe mango. So you can't get a ripe mango by keeping an apple in your house. You have to keep a mango on a tree and the green comes ripe. So you want to see Krishna and eventually have your mind fixed on Krishna, then keep Krishna in your unfixed mind. Even your mind is not fixed, it should be unfixed and distracted from Krishna. Bring it back to Krishna, not Krishna in the universal form. Like some people preach this also. They say it like this. They say if you're reading intimate pastimes around Krishna, Asaka, the intimate pastimes, and then you're getting agitated, then you shouldn't read. You should start reading pastimes of Krishna, the coward voice. This is not right. You never give up your stairati. Stairati means your eternally desired and cultivated mood of love towards Krishna. There's 4 stairatis in Vrindavan. Dasyarati, Krishna is my master, I'm his servant. Sekirati, Krishna is my friend. I'm stronger than him, I can beat him up. He can beat me up, I beat him up. He carries me, I carry him. Sekirati, friendship. Third one, Vatsalirati. Krishna, I'm Krishna's father or his mother. He's my son. It's like Mother Yashoda and Nanda. The fourth one is amorous love. I want to be a queen, I want to be a wife of Krishna, I want to be a Gopi of Krishna, or I want to be a servant of Radharani's love for Krishna. Manjari, Dasi. Amorous love is called Madhurati. Sometimes people say Madhurya Ras, but it's Madhurati. So but Jiva Goswami says in Sandarbhas, he says, if you're reading Krishna's intimate pastime and you get Purusha Vikar, Purusha Vikar, Vikar means transformation, agitation, mental disturbance, Purusha means the enjoyer. Adi Purusha means original enjoyer, Bhagavan. So Purusha means enjoyer. A man is enjoyer, woman is enjoyer. Atma is an enjoyer. So if you get disturbed when you're enjoying, you should put those pastimes down. You're getting sexually agitated by reading about Krishna's intimate leelas, but you shouldn't. You don't read about Kunja Leela, intimate pastimes, but you still read about Radha Krishna Leela, dancing and rasa dance, splashing water, singing together, playing veena, throwing colors in each other, wandering Ban Bihar, wandering the forest. These kind of pastimes you could read. So you're always putting water on the creeper of Madhurati, Madhur Prem Lata. Lata means creeper, Prem means love, Madhur means amorous, loving creeper. Always water it. So then you say, okay, this is a little too intimate for me, so I'll skip over this, I'll read other pastimes. Waking birds coming in and waking up Radha and Krishna, Radharani going out, Radharani and Madan, so many, I read the Leelas, intimate Leelas is only a small part. Throughout the day, 24 hours in a day, mostly there are very few intimate Leelas. Mostly they're playing, they're throwing dice and, getting drunk and stuff. And then when they're getting drunk, it's okay to read, but then they get, you know what happens, carried away. They may skip over. Put those pages in red now. Put a red page marker there. Skip over. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. So it says, in verse 15, chapter 2, this verse describes the yogi, how he gives up his body, or she gives up her body. He doesn't care where he gives up his body. He fixes his mind on God. It's all yoga description. Merge the mind with the intelligence with the mata, with this, that, the other thing. You won't be doing any of that stuff, so don't worry about it. You can read about it, it's pretty interesting stuff. A lot of people like all this mysticism. When someone reads your chart, they said, oh yeah, okay, doing 8th house. You're going to be interested in mysticism, yoga and mysticism. You ask me. That's a bull. You're just interested in egos. Get a Ouija board, get some tarot cards. That's your idea of mysticism. Get a pyramid, get a pendulum, sit in a pyramid meditation hat. That's your degree of your absorption of mysticism. Wear a crystal necklace, think you're really cool, and you're just a jerk. This is a show, drama show. Mystic yoga, it takes like 15 years to perfect. It's heavy austerity, you got Mystic City. There's people on the internet that are reading tarot cards. I Ching, Chinese have I Ching coins with symbols on I Ching. That was popular when I was in college. I Ching. 64 pentagrams. You had a book of pentagrams, look up. Oh, yeah. I used to call my friends, used to come through, and I would tell all their future stuff. Make up all this stuff. It was fun. It was all BS. I Ching is spelled I-C-H-I-N-G. I Ching is called I Ching. I Ching. Never heard of it? Chinese system, prophecy, forecasting the future. It's coins, and the coins have 8 lines on different series of lines. There's a book that has a picture of those line combinations. You throw 5 coins, and then you look at there's 64 different arrangements. You look at this bird flying over the cloud. This symbol means bird flying over the cloud. Then there's a commentary. What it means? You're a Russian. You're gonna go to India, right? Yeah. How'd you guess? Yeah. Do you like cutting you off? That's not so hard. Right, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said there's only 2 realities in the material world, Atma and Hare Krishna mantra. I like that. There are only 2 real things in the material world. The Atma and Parama means God and a living entity, and the Hare Krishna mantra. Everything else is temporary. These are real things. The I Ching is the tarot cards. They're all made by temporary people. People have limitations. They're not coming down from that spiritual world. They're products of this world, of people in this world. Pyramids, pendulums. Brahmaloka, there's no lamentation, old age, 6:27. Suffering, fear, and no suffering in the mind. This is glorification of Satya Yoga. That sounds like a good place, huh? This is praise in disguise. Basically, it's just the people on Satya Yoga, they're really enjoying it, but of course they have to die also. They're feeling compassion for those who don't know about Vaishnava Yoga. That's what this verse is saying. So even up there, they have some idea that people of lower planets are suffering, and they wish they would take up yoga. So it's pretty popular nowadays, yoga. Let's look at page 636. Now he gets into bhakti, pure bhakti. Bhagavan bhakti is the best path. Got to get produces prema. The last sentence of the commentary. Bhakti yoga cannot be described as a method to attain liberation, since the goal is prema. Sometimes we were discussing over the last few days that we meet devotees, say, what do you want to do? What's your goal? They say, my goal is go back to Godhead, which means liberation. But the real goal is prema. Prema Pumartha Mahan. The goal of human life is prema. If you have love of God, you're successful. You don't hanker for anything. You're Atmaram and Atmaram and Aptakam. Aptakam means you have no desire to fulfill. Atmaram means you're blissful within yourself because you feel the continual presence of the loving embrace of Radha and Krishna in your heart. So where are you going to go? You go where your consciousness is absorbed. So in your body, you give up your body, your consciousness will take you into the loving embrace of Radha and Krishna and go over and down. You don't think about that, but that's where you go, guaranteed. You're already happy because you're Atmaram. Atmaram means your Atma is blissful And after calm means you have no desire to fulfill. I don't want liberation. I don't want to go back to God. I just want to serve Radha and Krishna like I'm doing now. I want to do forever. Anything wrong with that? Oh, leave me alone. Said Gorky Shore that he threw an empty whiskey bottle at somebody. He used to keep empty whiskey bottles outside his coutier and chicken bones, fish bones. So people people in Calcutta said, Gorky Shore is a saint. He lives in Navadvip. So people come from Calcutta to meet him. Johnny Walker, Jack Daniels, Heineken. What's all this stuff over here? Chicken bones, fish bones. Forget this thing. Let's go back to Calcutta. So it's hard to know the saints. Look at this, page 657. Because, Shukadeva Goswami is trying to convince Krishna Maharaj and all of us that the best path is sadhana bhakti, prema bhakti, vasudeva bhakti, bhakti yoga, via bhakti yoga. So Krishna has some doubt. How do you come to this conclusion? So Krishna gives the answer, or the verse 34 gives the answer. That Krishna Vishnu, he exhaled 3 times the Vedas. He exhaled the Vedas and looked at them and made the Shastra and inhaled and exhaled. He said, he comes from his breathing 3 times. Just as sages go over scriptures 2 or 3 times to gather the meaning, the Lord enacted the pastimes of a sage by clarifying what was hard to understand for the people in the meaning of the Vedas. He read everything 3 times. So what this means is Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is literary incarnation of Krishna. What's the verse in Gita that describes that?
This
Gita.
Gita. Yes, Vedanta Krita. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो
Vedanta Krita. So in this verse from 15th chapter of Gita, 15th verse, Krishna is telling Arjuna, I became Vyasadeva and compiled all the Vedas. So Vyasadeva wrote the Vedas 3 times. First he wrote all the Vedas. And then he wrote, which included Vedanta Sutra. And then he wasn't happy, it was too complicated, Vedanta Sutra. So he made a commentary on the Vedas. That's the second time he wrote the Vedas. He wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam. But he wasn't happy with the Srimad Bhagavatam commentary on the Sutra, because he didn't bring out the Ras and Prema Bhakti of the Brijvasis. So when he met Narada Muni, which we discussed in the first canto, his guru Narada Muni said, you wrote the Bhagavatam, but you didn't bring out the Ras and Bhav of the Brijvasis, like Radha and Gopi's love for Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So go into meditation. So he went into meditation, and he wrote the Vedas the 3rd time, which was the second writing of the Bhagavatam. where he wrote the Bhagavatam and put all the Rasa and Leela in there. Because in Vishnu Puran, he wrote Vishnu Puran, it talks about Brajlila, it talks about the Gopis, it talks about Rasa, but there's no Rasa and Bhav in there. That was right there, Vishnu Puran, Skanda Puran. Pava Puran has also Kali Leela in it. Vishnu Pava Puran. So I wrote all the Puranas. There's 18 Puranas. He wrote them all. He wrote Bhagavatam. He said, I'm feeling unhappy, despondent, unhappy. And Bharadwaj said, you read all about Krishna, the external viewpoint, didn't get into the Ras, go into the Bhav, the Ras loving exchanges. So he went to Samadhi, and he wrote the third writing of the Vedic scripture, was the second edition of Bhagavatam, written in Samadhi Bhashya. Bhashya means language, Braj Bhashya, we say Braj Bhashya. Bhashya means language. And he went to Samadhi, and he saw and he felt the Ras, and he felt the Bhav, and he put it in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's the three rights. The Vedas originated from the breathing of Vishnu, so they're transcendental. But this is talking about 3 times, the sages went over the scriptures 3 times to gather the meaning. The Lord enacting see here it says, you see the purport? Gather for it. The Lord enacting the pastime of a sage. What sage is that?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Clarifying what was hard to understand for people in the meaning of the Vedas. He reviewed it 3 times in a pastime to extract the essence of Vedic instruction. So the essence of Vedas, is the Bhagavatam. It's a very important verse. Okay. Another important verse, verse 36, 659. Read the Sanskrit, Gopal Shastri ji.
तस्मात् सर्वात्मन आराजन हरि सर्वत्र सर्वदा श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यो भगवान् नृणाम्.
Translate.
O king, therefore at all times and all places without restriction, men should hear about, glorify and remember Bhagavan with full concentration of Krishna, with full concentration of mind.
That's it. Got it. What more? That's it. Now let's see. 661. This talks about drunkards. People drink too much. People drink Krishna Lila and hold it in their ears, clean their hearts of all dirt, and attain Krishna's eternal service. That's a good deal, huh? Here are pastimes of Krishna and his devotees. Okay, it's free getting cold, man. It's a fact, man. Listen to the next sentence, 661. Those who drink Harikatha wash out their antakarna. We talk about antakarna, right? Antakarna, what is antakarna? Anta means inside. Karna means internal causes. Karna means cause. Because everything is caused by what? By our samskaras in our unconscious mind, which agitates our mind, conscious mind, with desire and repulsion. We call Sangho Vikalpa. So our mind, intelligence, ego would all work together as a unit called Antakarna. It gets washed out. I love this sentence, washed out. Let's see what Prabhupada's commentary on this is. This is the end of the chapter 2. Canto 2, chapter 2, right? Let's see. The sacred tomb. T-O-M-E, not T-O-M-E. Tome, 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 tome. T-O-M-E, T-O-M-E. Tome, tome, tome. It's hard to tell, especially with my accent. Okay. So 2 chapters done. What verse is it? What number?
37. 37.
What is, those who drink through oral reception fully filled with the nectarine message of Krishna, beloved of the devotees, purify the polluted aim of life, known as material enjoyment, and thus go back to God to the lotus feet of Krishna. Probably translates really cool. It's really good, actually. It's like Krishna everywhere, Krishna, Krishna. I like it. This is like too literal. This is more like Bob translates. The sufferings of human society are due to a polluted aim of life, namely lording it over material resources. Really knocks him down, right? The supply source to maintain one's existence is complete. Only a little energy by the human being is required to get necessities in proper demand. There's no need of machines and tools that use steel plants for artificially creating comforts of life. Life is never made comfortable by artificial needs, but by plain living and high thinking. All right. He's a champion of that. The highest perfectional thinking of human society is suggested by Sukadeva here. Here, Bhagavatam. In this age of Kali, people have lost the perfect vision of life. Bhagavatam is the torchlight to see the real path of life. Jiva Goswami comments, the Katamritam is a message of Krishna. Just by hearing Bhagavatam, people in general in all parts of the world will be able to live a peaceful life of knowledge and bliss. For a pure devotee of Krishna, any topics about Krishna's name, form, qualities, and associates are all pleasing. By constantly hearing Gita and Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is promising everyone will reach Krishna and get his eternal service in the spiritual planet of Goloka Vrindavan, which resembles a used lotus flower. That's really wild. Our goal in life is to enter a lotus flower. Become a honeybee. It's actually not a planet, it's a state of consciousness. It's not a ground. Anyway, it's okay. It's right, the idea is good. Okay, that's it. Next week we'll read chapters 3 and 4, and don't miss the homework. Yeah, 7 days to read chapter 3 and 4. Don't be lazy. No excuses. That was a lot of discussion, meditation, dharana, dhyan, and universal formula and stuff. Bhakti yoga. Nice stuff. Chapters 3 and 4. Oh, David to watch. Where's the prasad? There's somebody brought prasad? Okay. So